Okay, thank you.
Social media platforms allow people all over the world to interact and share, co create, or exchange different types of digital content, such as information, messages, images, or videos. The digital
Mole,
revolution.
excuse me.
Yes, sister.
നമ്മുടെ റിസോഴ്സ് പേഴ്സൺ കയറിയൊന്നും നോക്കിയിട്ടില്ല ഞാൻ. റിസോഴ്സ് പേഴ്സൺ കയറിയിട്ടില്ല.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, thank you, sir. So we can proceed it. Okay. Thank you. God bless you.
The digital revolution has made people's life much more convenient ever before. However, it has had an impact on people's physical and emotional health. Many people in the field of mental health utilize online platforms to share their personal experiences and look up information on mental health issues and available treatments. We are currently at a crossroad between psychology and cyber psychology in the digital age. Therefore, this national webinar aims to discuss the legal, psychological, social, psychopathological, and developmental views on online interaction with a focus on its etiological, therapeutic, and preventive elements. Good evening, everyone. I, Atulya S. Menon of 3rd BSc Psychology, wholeheartedly welcome you all to the third day of National Webinar on Mental Health in Cyber World. So, to start with, may we all rise and be one in mind, body, and spirit as we praise and thank our Almighty God for all His grace. With these sentiments in mind, let us invoke the God's blessing on all of us through a prayer. For that, I invite Ms. Niranjana Raj.
Nidanda kandidanda kanda manda kanda katmajam Nidanda kandidanda kanda manda kanda katmajam Achindyarutamandahina mandaraya nandanam ഹൃദന്തരേ നിരന്തരം വസന്തമേവയോഗിനാ ഹൃദന്തരേ നിരന്തരം വസന്തമേവയോഗിനാ തമേകഗന്ധമേവതം ചിന്തയാമി സന്തതം तमेकदन्तमेवतं चिन्तयामि सन्ततं विचिन्तयामि सन्ततम्
Thank you, Niranjana. Nothing can be more reassuring and heartwarming than affectionate words of welcome. By welcoming, we make the person feel at home amidst us. To formally welcome us, let us lend our ears to Miss Aishwarya Nair.
The best way to predict the future is to create it. Good evening to all. I'm Aishwarya Nair of 3rd BSc Psychology. Very much glad to have this opportunity to welcome you all. First and foremost, I welcome our respected HOD of the department, Reverend Dr. Father Jimmy Akkad. I welcome you, Father. Now, with great gratitude and with much pleasure, I welcome our resource person, Emerson VP, Associate Professor and Consultant Psychologist. Our resource person have completed his bachelor's degree and master's degree in MG University and Calcutta University, respectively. He also completed his MPhil and PhD from Sri Shankaracharya University, Kaladi. Now, after a great year of experience, he is working as an associate professor, counseling clinic coordinator, and as an experiential learning coordinator in Chandigarh University, Punjab. I welcome you, sir. Next, I sincerely welcome Dr. Sister Delphi, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Psychology. I welcome you, sister. Finally, I welcome all the participants who gather here to make this session a successful one. Once again, I welcome each one of you to this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Aishwarya. We are delighted to have an eminent and intellectual personality as today's resource person. It's my great privilege to welcome our guest of the day, Dr. Emerson VP, to enlighten the student community with his session on the topic Cyber Age Impacts on Interpersonal Relationship. Dr. Emerson VP is indeed an apt person for today's webinar. It's my immense pleasure to invite Dr. Emerson to this session. We, the PG Department of Psychology, are extremely obliged to you. Once again, a warm welcome, sir. Over to you.
Namaste. 5-day നാഷണൽ വെബിനാറിൽ എനിക്കൊരു സ്ലോട്ട് തന്ന യുവക്ഷേത്ര കോളേജിലെ യുവക്ഷേത്ര ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ടിലെ മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റിനോടും ജിമ്മി അച്ഛനോടും സ്നേഹത്തോടെ നന്ദി പറയുന്നു. ഈ ഒരു വിഷയം ചർച്ച ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ പ്രസക്തി എന്താണ് നമുക്ക് ആദ്യം മനസ്സിലാക്കിയിട്ട് തന്നെ മുന്നോട്ട് പോകാം. ഈ വിഷയം അച്ഛനോട് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ സന്തോഷമായി. എങ്ങനെ നമുക്കിതിനെ എക്സിക്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാം എന്നുള്ളതിനെ പറ്റിയാണ് ഞാൻ ചിന്തിച്ചത്. അപ്പം ഇന്ന് ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് ശേഷമാണ് എനിക്ക് കുറച്ചുകൂടി ഈ വിഷയത്തിൽ ഒരു രൂപരേഖ വന്നത്. ഞാൻ ഒരു രൂപരേഖ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയത് ഇന്ന് ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് ശേഷമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ വിഷയത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ തുടങ്ങുമ്പോൾ മനുഷ്യരാശിയിൽ നമ്മൾ നടത്തിയിട്ടുള്ള കണ്ടുപിടുത്തങ്ങളെല്ലാനും തന്നെ നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതം ആയാസരഹിതമാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടായിരുന്നു, സുഗമമാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ളതായിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ നടത്തുന്ന കണ്ടുപിടുത്തങ്ങളാണെങ്കിലും അത്തരത്തിലുള്ളതാണ്. ചില ഉദാഹരണങ്ങൾ പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക്കിൻ്റെ കണ്ടുപിടുത്തം നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതം ആയാസരഹിതമാക്കുന്നു. അതുപോലെ ഫോസിൽ ഇന്ധനങ്ങളുടെ ഉപയോഗം നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതം ആയാസരഹിതമാക്കുന്നു. ആ ഗണത്തിൽ വരുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമാണ് നമ്മൾ ഈ പറയുന്ന ഇൻ്റർനെറ്റ്, സമൂഹ മാധ്യമങ്ങളുടെ ഉപയോഗം നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതം കുറച്ചുകൂടി നല്ല രീതിയിൽ മുന്നോട്ട് പോകാൻ സഹായിക്കുന്നതാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇത്തരം കണ്ടുപിടുത്തങ്ങളെ നമ്മൾ വിവേകത്തോടു കൂടി ഉപയോഗിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അത് കണ്ടുപിടിച്ച ശാസ്ത്രജ്ഞന്മാർ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചതുപോലെ തന്നെ നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതം നല്ല രീതിയിൽ മുന്നോട്ട് പോകും. നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതം മാത്രമല്ല, വരാൻ പോകുന്ന തലമുറയുടെ ജീവിതം നല്ല രീതിയിൽ മുന്നോട്ട് പോകും. പക്ഷേ എവിടെയോ നമ്മൾക്ക് ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു വിഷയം ഇവിടെ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വന്നിരിക്കുകയാണ്. എവിടെയോ നമുക്ക് ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടതുകൊണ്ട് നാം പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക്കിൻ്റെ ദുരുപയോഗത്തെപ്പറ്റി ചർച്ച ചെയ്യുന്നു, ഫോസിൽ ഇന്ധനങ്ങളുടെ ദുരുപയോഗത്തെപ്പറ്റി ചർച്ച ചെയ്യുന്നു. അതുപോലെ ഈ സൈബർ മേഖല, ഇൻ്റർനെറ്റ്, സമൂഹ മാധ്യമങ്ങൾ ഉപയോഗം, ദുരുപയോഗത്തെപ്പറ്റി നമ്മൾ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യും. എനിക്കറിയാം, ഞാൻ മനസ്സിലാക്കുന്നു, ഞാൻ ശക്തമായി വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു, എൻ്റെ മുന്നിലുള്ള ഈ സമൂഹം ഇത്തരം വിഷയങ്ങളിൽ വളരെയധികം അവഗാഹമുള്ളവരാണെന്ന് ഞാൻ മനസ്സിലാക്കുന്നു. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഞാൻ ഈ വിഷയത്തിനെ ഒരു പെരിഫറലായിട്ട് കാണാനല്ല ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്. അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു ആന്തരികമായിട്ട് അതിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിലേക്ക് ഇറങ്ങിച്ചെന്ന് സംസാരിക്കാനാണ് ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്. അതുല്യ പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ ഇതിൻ്റെ ഈറ്റിയോളജി ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാൻ ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു. ഈറ്റിയോളജി സംസാരിച്ച് നമുക്കിതിനെങ്ങനെ സൊല്യൂഷൻ കണ്ടെത്താമെന്നും അതിനകത്തൊരു പ്രോഗ്നോസിസ് വരുത്താമെന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഞാൻ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്. ഞാൻ വീണ്ടും പറയുന്നു, ഞാൻ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു നിങ്ങൾക്കെല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം ഈ സമൂഹ മാധ്യമത്തിൻ്റെ ദുരുപയോഗം കൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ, നമ്മുടെ ബന്ധങ്ങളിൽ എത്രത്തോളം വിള്ളലുണ്ടാവുന്നു, നമ്മുടെ സമൂഹത്തിൽ എന്തെല്ലാം മാറ്റങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടാവുന്നു, ശിഥിലമാകുന്ന മാറ്റങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടാവുന്നു, വരുന്ന തലമുറ എത്രത്തോളം സഫർ ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരുന്നു എന്നുള്ള കാര്യം അതിനെപ്പറ്റിയുള്ള നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ധാരണ ഉണ്ടെന്നറിയാം. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യാൻ തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടുള്ള, നിങ്ങളിൽ ചിലരെങ്കിലും ചർച്ച ചെയ്യാൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ചിന്തിച്ച് തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടുള്ള ചില കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് ഞാനിവിടെ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്, ഞാനിവിടെ നിങ്ങളുടെ മുന്നിൽ അവതരിപ്പിക്കാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്. ഇതിന് ശേഷം ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത് നമ്മൾ സാധാരണ ഇതിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ ഫാക്കൽറ്റി ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടെന്ന് ഞാൻ മനസ്സിലാക്കുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മളൊരു കാര്യം, ഒരു ഇൻട്രാക്ഷൻ നടത്തുമ്പോൾ, ഒരു അക്കാഡമിക് ഡിസ്കോഴ്സ് നടത്തുമ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ ഔട്ട്കമ്മിനെ പറ്റി നമ്മൾ ചിന്തിക്കാറുണ്ട്, അതിൻ്റെ ഒബ്ജക്റ്റീവിനെ പറ്റി നമ്മൾ ചിന്തിക്കാറുണ്ട്, ഒബ്ജക്റ്റീവും ഔട്ട്കം. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ഇത്തരം കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെ, എൻ്റെ ഒബ്ജക്റ്റീവ് ഇത്തരം വിഷയങ്ങൾ നിങ്ങളിലോട്ട്, ഇതിൻ്റെ ഈറ്റിയോളജി നിങ്ങളിലേക്ക് പകരാന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്, എൻ്റെ ഒബ്ജക്റ്റീവ്. ഇതിൻ്റെ ഔട്ട്കം ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത് നിങ്ങൾ ഓരോരുത്തരും ഇത് പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്യുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെയാണ് ഞാൻ എക്സ്പീരിയൻഷ്യൽ ലേണിങ്ങിനെ പറ്റി കൂടുതൽ ഞാൻ ആഘോഷിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ഞാനിവിടെ പറയാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത് 3 പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട മേഖലകളാണ് ഈ വിഷയവുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട്. സമൂഹ മാധ്യമങ്ങളുടെ ഉപയോഗം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പറഞ്ഞ ഇൻ്റർനെറ്റിൻ്റെ ഉപയോഗം, ദുരുപയോഗം എന്നുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചിന്തിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഒരു 3 വിഷയങ്ങൾ, 3 മേഖലകൾ പ്രാധാന്യം നൽകി ചർച്ച ചെയ്യാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു. അതിൽ ആദ്യത്തേത് ഞാൻ പറയാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത് നമ്മളുടെ മൊബൈൽ ഫോണിൻ്റെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇൻ്റർനെറ്റിൻ്റെ ഉപയോഗം, സമൂഹ മാധ്യമങ്ങളുടെ ഉപയോഗം നമ്മൾക്ക് സംശയമില്ലാതെ പറയാം നമ്മളുടെ റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പിനെ, ബന്ധങ്ങളെ ബാധിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ നമ്മളുടെ സമൂഹത്തിനെയും ബാധിക്കുന്നത് നമുക്ക് സംശയം ഇല്ലാതെ തന്നെ പറയാം. അപ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ കാരണം എവിടെയാണെന്ന് നമ്മൾ നോക്കുന്നത്. ഞാൻ അതിൽ ആദ്യത്തെ പോയിന്റാണ് പറയുന്നത്, അവിടെ നമ്മൾ നമ്മളുടെ ആകാരം ആലോചിക്കും. ആദ്യത്തെ പോയിന്റ് ഞാൻ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യുന്നത്, നമ്മൾ ഓരോരുത്തരും മൊബൈൽ ഫോൺ ഉപയോഗിക്കുമ്പോൾ, സമൂഹ മാധ്യമങ്ങൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുമ്പോൾ, ഇൻ്റർനെറ്റിലൂടെ നമ്മൾ സർഫ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമ്മളുടെ സെൽഫ് ഇമേജ്, നമ്മളുടെ ആകാരത്തിനെ പറ്റിയുള്ള, നമ്മളുടെ ഫിസിക്കിനെ പറ്റിയുള്ള ഒരു മിഥ്യാധാരണ നമ്മളിൽ ഉടലെടുക്കുന്നു.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
sir. I'm Sister Delphi. Could you please switch on in English, because many participants from other states, so they may not know Malayalam much. So if you don't mind, please switch on in English. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you for the information. Should I start from the beginning?
It's good, sir.
Okay, definitely. Thank you. I thank Father Jimmy and management of Yuvakshetra Institute for inviting me to interact with student community, your student community. I thank all from my bottom of the heart. It's a great opportunity to interact about the cyber age and its impact on the relationship. When our ancestors, when our scientists started researchers, they wanted to invent something that makes our life more easy. They had some aim to pursue that particular research. What was that? That was to make our life easy. We can get some examples like the invention of plastic, and the way we started to use fossil fuel in our daily life, and this one, the internet, social media, the way we surf on internet. When they started to when they invented all these, they had something in their mind to make our life easy. And when we use these products, these services with that kind of care, we'll be celebrating our life. We'll be making our life more easy. Not only our life, but the generations to come. But unfortunately, somewhere we missed something. And here we are discussing this topic. For example, we started misusing plastic. We started overusing fossil fuel. we started abusing the platform called internet. So at this moment, we are forced to discuss about the use of internet and its impact on relationship. When I got this topic, I actually wanted to project the positive vibe around this internet and all. But I thought this is not their intention. The management, the organizers wanted me to discuss something, another phase of this topic. So here we are discussing how the overuse, the misuse of this platform affect the relationship. So I just wanted to mention, I'm definite that I strongly believe that the community in front of me understand, comprehend. I would rather use the word comprehend the reason behind these things. What the use of internet and its impact on relationship. I'm definite about that. So, as Adulya mentioned, here we want to stress on etiology and its prognosis. So I'm much happy to explore or discuss this etiology. So when I prepared in this afternoon, I made 3 points. That means I believe that you all are aware that this social media, this internet, what negatively affect this relationship. But I want to mention the middleman. I want to mention the middleman between these two, the internet and this worsening relationship. What is in between them? I want to point out this important, very important. I feel that they are very important. The first one is that the understanding about the physics. When we start using social media, internet, we gain some knowledge about the physics. How? Yes, definitely. The number of likes, the number of comments under the selfie says it all, isn't it? So the number of likes, number of comments says it all that whether this pic is accepted by the internet or not. So the number of likes gives you some information that pic or the physic must follow this criterion. That means we unconsciously rely on a benchmark. We unconsciously rely on a benchmark that your physics must be this much. Unconsciously or that much. The way we process the information, the way we missed in processing the information. It means when we think that these likes, these comments speaks a lot, we believe that these are the clear representation of the quality of picture. See, we miss it. We understand in that way, in that unhealthy manner. And we try to become more appealing. See? So, with that benchmark, we will be following such benchmark and running behind such benchmark. Then what happens? I just want to connect with the relationship. See, if you are a student, you will be thinking that I am not presentable. When your father, when your mother, siblings getting ready to attend a marriage function, and you are simply saying that, I'm not coming. I'm not coming. I'm busy with academic activities. I have to prepare some assignment. I am concentrating on my studies. So please, you all go and convey my best wishes. So your parents will start what? Some verbal aggression will be there. Sometimes physical also. So the beginning from where? From where it started, the way you set the benchmark. You believe that a man pursuing his masters, pursuing his graduation, the graduation must look like this: biceps, this much six pack, and a girl, much that much beauty. So that benchmark was there, and the behavioral manifestation is that you are staying away from attending some marriage function. This is the example of a student, you people, youngsters. What about us or adult, that means married or that kind of people? See, if I believe that my wife is not that much or I am not that much presentable, and I avoid such family function, I don't feel that I'm comfortable, I'm presentable, and sometimes I believe that she is not presentable. From where we gather this information? Just simple. What happens? Whenever people around us attend some function, what they do? They take selfie. Soon after, they share it. Then we all will follow them. We all will perceive. We all will process some information, and we try to make best in us. And some people fail. Those who fail will be abstaining from attending such functions. So wife will be blaming the husband, and the husband will be blaming the wife for not attending my family function. I won't attend your family function. You are not interested in my family. You will be going to your friends, partying with your friends. See, where is that relationship? Where is that warmth? All these are gone. How? Simply this online, the way you surf, the way you explore Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, LinkedIn, all these social media platform, internet will giving you some framework, frame of reference. From that, you'll be abstaining from. Sometimes you will be exploring more again. So here we have to understand that these all are unique. These all are personalized. I must celebrate my complexion, isn't it? I must celebrate my height. I must celebrate my weight. Why? These all are inherited. My ancestors, my parents. So those who are aware about this genetical background won't be comparing with anyone else. They'll be checking their father's quality, their mother's quality, their maternal angle, paternal angle, and all. They won't compare their physical quality with neighborhood angle, neighborhood Andy. Got the point? I hope you got the point. So here, when you miss this knowledge, you simply keep comparing your physique with others. So we'll be missing our relationship. So nothing to look at that internet, or nothing to say that the internet is the causal factor behind this. this cold relationship. Why? Because the internet, it was for the betterment of human being, not only for the human being, but for the whole universe, isn't it? But some illiterate, someone with low intellectual capacity, started misusing it, and it affected their relationship, and again that affected the society. What the point? So it's our responsibility to understand this bridge between these two, and we need to practice it. What? We need to understand and we need to practice. Don't jump to take some selfie, share it on Google website, your website. You might have that what blog, or definitely you'll be having Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. So before jumping to share this content, you have to be aware what made me to do this, and you have to be intact. You have to be composed. You have to be responsible in sharing this information. So this is the first one. I think I have a limited time. So I go to that second point. First one was that the understanding about the physics. If you have unhealthy understanding about your physics, you will be abstaining from such social engagements, and that will be affecting your relationship. Okay. So first you have to understand that the way you are born, the qualities, your family, the shared characteristics. So nothing to why, nothing to cry. So here I'm going to next second point wanted to discuss is that routine. See, internet. Here in the department, here in the campus, we used to get students who start, who sleep, who go to bed at 2 a.m. and wake up at 9 o'clock. This is a sir. I manage that 6 hours, 5 hours sleep. It's enough, sir. And they attend the campus at 9:30. It's a very reachable distance from the campus, from the hostel to department. Just want to mention here routine, unhealthy routine. We all know the physiological changes in our body, isn't it? When you sleep, our brain get that much rest, regeneration, regenerating neurons. You are collecting ammunitions for the next fight. You are getting ready for the next day. But here you are sleeping 2 a.m. You wake up at 9. When the professor giving an insightful, enlightening session, you will be feeling sleepy. And again, the professor will be scolding you. Or some professor with sarcasm will be mentioning something. See? So the relationship between the professor and the student will be going in a different direction, and we cannot appreciate such relationship, such direction. They will be developing some anger, some negative emotions and all. So here you fail to sleep at desirable time, and you fail to wake up at a desirable time, and again you won't take enough nutrient food, so-called that we psychologists used to mention that the word like mindful eating. We fail. Another point is that we forget personal hygiene. See, so these, when you fail at routine, your relationship will be going in a different direction, going down with the professor, with your parents. Parents will be saying, will be calling you at 4:30, 5, or 4 o'clock. They'll be asking you to get up and do revision because exams are coming, no? I appreciate some students work at night. They do the assignment during night time. Some students wake up early. But here, this internet, this social media can change your routine. I can give an example from my client. That means it's not about students. Yesterday, I got a client from Kerala. Uh, she was saying that she was confessing actually. She was crying. Sir, I made a mistake. I started a illicit relationship with a elder brother in our family, the distant relation. But they live in nearby places. When her husband was bedridden after a motor accident, she was alone. There were no help. She was desperate. She was crying. No money and all. This caring, in inverted comma, this caring elder brother reached her through WhatsApp and consoled her, supported her. She acknowledged the support. She appreciated the support. But I want to mention one important point is that the routine. This fellow, this elder brother, was using mobile phone during late night to chat with this lady. So his wife noticed that this fellow is awake during midnight and using mobile phone. See, here this mobile phone, this internet made him to skip his sleep. And he finds that this is the safer place to interact with his loved one. So here this internet acts as a channel for expressing his emotion, his feelings. So he skip his routine, and again that affects their relationship. See, when he awake, he's in a living room, the wife alone in the bed. She was thinking about him. So if he wanted, if he wish, if he is aware about this sleep time, bedtime, he must go to his bed and engage in their personal time, family time and all. But here he missed his routine and he's engaging with his other fun seeking behaviors and all. So here his routine affects his work. He skipped the joke. Why? Because he's not able to get sleep hours, quality sleep. Why? He was busy with chatting. He was busy online. So here we have to understand that when you are online, we'll be skipping food, we'll be skipping this kind of personal hygiene, the activities we cut our nail, hair, cleaning, cleanliness and all. Sometimes we will be missing that or we will be postponing that. So such things can affect your cognition, your brain functioning, and definitely such things will be affecting your relationship. Here I have provided one example from that elderly people. That means adult people. So here this internet, this social media makes some changes in your routine and you'll be blaming internet for this unhealthy relationship or the worsening relationship. So the point here, the second point is that routine. If you could see, I'm not going to explain, not to discuss how we can get rid of all these things. It's a therapeutic concept. If we needed, we can discuss it later, but not in this platform, I think. So here you are missing your routine. That affects your physique, that affects your cognition, and again, definitely that will be affecting your relationship. So everything begins from this platform, internet, social media, and all. So again, we have to manage our routine. So then the next one, I'm jumping to a next point, third point. That means that emotional expression. Here we believe that this internet causes some negativity to relationship. So here we are pointing out that bridge here, that emotional expression. Emotional expression. Again, coincidence, a coincidence that I consulted a client from Kerala 2 years back, a relationship issue. And while preparing the content or planning the points for this lecture or this interactive session, I noted their case. Okay, I planned that I'll be mentioning their case in this discussion, this interaction. So around 5:30, I got a message from that client, that lady, that she's a teacher. She contacted me, sir, I need therapy again. I need counseling again. Can we do it today? I said, I am free. We can discuss later. That's a coincidence. Just wanted to mention that. I wanted to mention their case here, 2 years old case here. But the client today, the evening, contacted me for the session. Okay, the thing is that emoji, that heart. Sometimes some people, some intelligent, some people explain that the bleeding heart conveys more emotion than other one, and the red one conveys more emotion than others, other emoji. I'm definite that you millennials are much aware about, you millennials are educated about the meaning of this emoji, but others are not that much into the meaning, into the understanding of this kind of meaning. So this fellow, in this case, she's a teacher and his working husband is working in a private company, some equity, something, some share market and all. So he used to send this red, dark red emoji to heart emoji to his lady colleague, not to his wife. So one day she noticed that, she asked him, why you are sending this to her than me? He said, nothing there. It's only emoji. I just want to say that I like your professionalism. I like your commitment to the organization. Only that much, nothing more. So she's afraid or worried that the husband never appreciated my commitment in the family, my dedication in the family by sharing this emoji. See? So here, when we are sharing this emoji to express our emotion, we feel something different. We understand something different. And if the person in the other end are in the same wave, they will be understanding. But if they are not in the same wavelength, they won't be getting this relationship. They'll be finding it annoying, isn't it? So here, when you express your emotion by sending emoji, you have to be careful. When you write words, you have to be careful. So when you are carelessly using these emojis, these verbatim, these words and all, that can affect our relationship. See, we will be feeling in your heart much. You are concerned about the person. But when you text something else, and the person at the receiving end comprehending this text or emoji with his or her own cognition, on frame of reference. So he won't be getting the feeling in your heart. So he'll be missing the real emotion you wanted to express. See, in such situation, there is a chance of breaking, wreckage in this relationship. Another point I want to mention here, not related to the emotion itself. We all psychologists all are talking about, have been talking about that pornography. When I was working in Malappuram district of Kerala, I got a client. The couple was for infertility counseling. I actually shocked. I got the reference from a astrologer. They said that in Malappuram area, they said that Panikkar suggested them to attend a counseling or attend some infertility hospital, clinic and all. So I appreciated that astrology for that. So here I want to say that in that relationship, in that the couple, the man was having some perversion, deviation, sexual deviation. When he watches pornography, then only he get erected, arousal comes. So he forced his partner to watch pornography and engage in intimate relationship. See, and there were so many unsuccessful attempts, and they were having the issue of that infertility and like that. See, and again, I got a client from the department here. Department is in the campus itself. One girl used to masturbate thrice in a day by watching pornography. And the interesting point is that she don't watch any human. She only watch animes. That means animation. I asked why. She said, if I watch a human or real videos and all, my relationship will be going down and I'll be having some relationship issue and all. Even after watching these animes and all, she's having relationship issue. She's not able to stand in front of a gathering. So here, another group of students, graduate level students, undergraduate level students started doing research about that user interface. See, when our phone, when our parents or the partner takes our phone, we used to say, don't take my phone. I'm writing assignment. I'm submitting an assignment to my professor. Don't take my phone. In my phone, there are so many business concepts or official details. So don't touch my phone. So we are much close to that, close to our phone. So that much emotional bondage between you and this phone. You and your LinkedIn account, Twitter account, your Instagram account. You are much concerned about these accounts. You hide it. You safeguard it. That much emotion is there. So here you are expressing something else. Here we need to educate. I won't blame my dear students. I won't blame the youngsters. I take the responsibility as a father. I have to be a role model for my students, my children, isn't it? From the house, from the school, from the campus, we learn how to use, how to live. But somewhere, some people miss it. And we are forced to discuss these points here, this topic here. So I just want to wind up by reiterating the three important points. As we all are definite about the role of mobile phone, role of this internet on cold relationship or deviation in relationship or this unhealthy relationship. We all are definite about that. But I mentioned the bridge between these two, bridge between this internet or this social media and this deviant relationship, which the bridge is that the understanding about the physic, unhealthy routine, and the unhealthy way of expressing your emotion. If you can manage these three, definitely we'll be able to use this invention. See, our ancestors, they invented, our researchers put much effort to invent plastic, as we mentioned, plastic, fossil fuel, this social media, internet, with an objective, with an aim to make our life ease. Not only our life, sorry, but generations to come. But somewhere, some people are missing the points, and we are forced to discuss here. So, dear students, we started with the objectives to understand, to analyze the etiology behind this problem and the course outcome, the outcome of the expected outcome of this interaction is that my beloved students will be practicing these points. My beloved students will be conscious about these points, and they'll be practicing. They'll be the best, they'll be the ideal role model for coming generation. Thank you all. That's about this point. Now I'm waiting to listen from you, learn from you, please.
Thank you, sir, for this informative session. Now, all the participants are free to clarify your doubts regarding the session if you have any.
Not only in Kerala, all over, sorry, just add one point. Not only in Kerala, but all over India, all psychology enthusiasts will be keeping silent soon after the session. Okay. So again, once again, you are saying that you all are budding psychologists. Okay, Professor. Not only asking question, I love to hear from you. Okay, I love to learn from you.
Dear participants, kindly ask your questions and clarifications, if any.
May I ask one question? How many of you are ready to practice these points, the points we discussed in this lecture? Huh? Thank you, Angel. Atulya, thank you. Pooja, Anjali, Vinci, Ananya, Raiza. Okay, so many names in the screen. I believe that there are so many other names also. Thank you all. Thank you. This is the change. I appreciate you all, and I extend all the support. See, when we practice, then only we can become a effective psychologist. That is my strong belief. I try to do that. So I pray that all my students get energy to practice these points.
Thank you, sir. If there are no doubts, let's
Yes.
continue and hope all are clear. I believe that knowledge is power by only if it's being shared. Gaining knowledge is the first step to wisdom, and sharing it is the first step to humanity. Thank you, sir, for enlightening us by sharing your knowledge. I extend my sincere gratitude with deepest respect and affection for your efforts in making the session enjoyable and educational. Thank you is a word when it is said with whole heart and soul. It radiates peace and love all around us. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Here, I invite Ms. Namita Nishan to express her words of gratitude.
Hello. Good evening, sir. Nido Cuban once said, "Your present circumstances don't determine where you can go, they merely determine where you start." I am honored to have been asked to offer a vote of thanks to those who made today's webinar session possible. Firstly, I would like to thank our resource person, Dr. Emerson VP, Associate Professor and Consultant Psychologist of Chandigarh University, for taking out time for this webinar. He started the session by clearly explaining his objectives and what change he wishes to see in all of our lives after the session. He has also spoken in length about how the new era of cyber world affects our interpersonal relations in many ways. Your examples made it easier for all of us to better understand the topic and maybe even relate to it at some points. We had the opportunity to be enlightened by your thoughts. Thank you, sir, for the lessons you gave today. I extend my most sincere gratitude to our very own head of the department, Dr. Father Jimmy Akato, for his positive outlook and constant support towards all our endeavors. Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Namita.
Next, I'd like to thank Ms. Aishwarya Nair of 3rd BSc Psychology for the welcome speech. Thank you, Aishwarya. Huge thanks to our very own Dr. Sister Delphi for wonderfully coordinating and conducting such an organized event. Thank you, Sister.
Thank you, Namita.
I would also like to thank Atulya S. Menon of 3rd BSc Psychology for confidently emceeing the session. Thank you, Atulya.
Thank you, Namita.
Thank you to the organizing committee for supporting all our departmental activities. Finally, yes, most importantly, on behalf of the college and the department, I extend my hearty gratitude to each and every one of you for joining us on this webinar, for being patient, and for making this event a successful one. Thank you.
Thank you, Namita. Let's wind up this program as we all stand and pay homage to our nation. For the national anthem, I invite Ms. Megha of 1st MSc Psychology.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विदाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे, जय 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 हे।
Thank you, Megha. Thank you all for your participation, and your presence made this session a great success. Thank you.
So thank you so much. Wonderful coordination. Thank you.